Alright, welcome back to Flight Sim 2024 and welcome back to the SimWorks Studio Kodiak 100. We are back in Alaska in our cool yellow livery, November 259 Kilo Lima, with the fat Tundra tires. And we are going to be doing about a 2-hour flight from here to Ruby all the way over to Nome. And as you can see, it is overcast and cloudy, and we're expecting that to be the case pretty much all the way to Nome. And so we're going to be flying IFR today with Beyond ATC. Flying on FSEconomy, we've got 3 passengers that are heading over to Nome. It is kind of windy, but other than that, it's a beautiful early morning. It's about 3 degrees outside. Let me double check that. Oh, it's 8 degrees here. It is 3 degrees in Nome. Right, it sounds like it might even be raining. Anyway, let's jump aboard and start getting things set up. So what I am going to be doing today as well is doing some head tracking for the bush flying stuff. Right, so let's come down here and get this out of the way. We'll get the master on. Nav lights, beacon lights, bypass. Okay, let's see up here. Let's put these on. Put that in. Okay, prop and mixture. We'll get that aligning. Okay, that's good. We'll set this to standby, ignition to on. And then this to on, and this to low. Okay, let's bring that mixture up to low idle. Cool, generator and alternator. Then we can switch on our avionics, get the taxi light on, make sure that this is working. Very nice. Okay, let me get the flight plan for today. And in fact, for this, I'm going to switch off the head tracking. We're just going to come down here so I can look at my tablet. Okay, Ruby to Nome, 0 fuel weight 2.3, takeoff weight 2.8. We need a minimum of 524 in the tanks. We have more than that, it's 524 kgs. We've got plenty in the tank today because we're basically just under 75% full. Right, let's come over here. Origin today is Ruby. So that is PARY. It will be a runway 21 we are expecting. Okay, destination is Nome, PAOM. There we are expecting 28. Right, in between, what have we got? we can't do... oh, we can do airways here. So then we can dial in Zombie. Zombie V452, so we gotta load airways. We go V452 to Gal. From Gal, it's T369. So we'll check that T396. T396 to Ezati. It's probably not even close to how you pronounce that, although they're not actual words anyway. Right, that's good. That is our flight plan set. That's interesting. Okay, let's close that. And we can contact ATC. So I'm going to be doing all the radios today. There's no tower or anything here, so it will be center on 127. 1270. Cool. So comm radios are on the side. What am I doing? How do I actually dial this? Is it this one? That's volume. Oh, it's this one. Oh, I always read these wrong because I think that this is for this one, but this is actually underneath. Okay. So, what did I say? 1270. Okay, we can put that in and we're going to stay on center for a while. So that's fine, and it's Anchorage Center. Anchorage Center, good morning. November 259 Kilo Lima, Kodiak 100 on the ramp at Ruby, Papa Alpha Romeo Yankee. IFR to Nome, ready to copy. Okay, QNH here is 1008, so we can put that in.
November 259 Kilo Lima, Anchorage Center, cleared to Nome Airport. Radar vector Zombie, then as filed. Maintain 5,000. Expect 8,000 feet, 10 minutes after departure. Departure with Lee. Squawk 2035.
Okay, cleared to Nome as filed. Radar vectors to Zombie. Maintain 5,000 and departure with you. Squawk 2035. November 259 Kilo Lima.
November 259
2035.
Read back correct. Start or taxi at pilot's discretion. Hold for release. Report holding short runway 21.
Report holding short runway 21, 259 Kilo Lima. Okay, that's good. That's on, we can leave that for now. Cool. That's because of our bypass, so that's fine, that's set. Right, we're going up to 5,000 feet initially. And it will be runway heading, and then we contact him again. Okay, and then this we can switch over to GPS. Yes, runway 21 is this side, so short taxi, that's good. Okay, we'll do flaps 1 for taxi. Okay, let's get this back on. Right, I'm gonna have to do this. Okay, let's do strobe lights and landing lights. (259 Kilo Lima) holding short runway 21.
November 259 Kilo Lima, released for departure. Clearance void if not off by 1335 Zulu. If not off by 1335 Zulu, contact no later than 1345 Zulu. Time now 1315 Zulu. Frequency change approved.
Clear for departure runway 21, 259 Kilo Lima. Okay, high idle. High prop full. That's all free and good. Let's do heading, heading, and then vertical speed up 2000 to start off with. Let's actually not do that. Let's do flight level change. Dial this up to 100. Okay, rudder trim is full right. Set. There is rotate. Very nice. Autopilot coming on. Your dampers on. (259 Kilo Lima) passing 1,500 feet. Maintain 8,000 feet, altimeter 2976, 259 Kilo Lima. Okay, my rudder trim went a bit haywire there. It is quite sensitive. There we go.
Lima, turn right, heading 265.
Right heading 265, 259 Kilo Lima. There's 265, and dial this up to 8,000 feet.
November 259 Kilo Lima, turn right, heading 265.
Right heading 265, 259 Kilo Lima. Okay, we can unbypass. There's a lot going on. We can keep that on. Turn taxi lights off. That's fine, that's fine. This can probably zoom out quite a bit. That's all good. This should actually be altitude units. Oh, we can probably bring the flaps up. 2976, he said. Okay, I don't know why I can't change that. So I'm doing the wrong one again. Cool, that's good. This feels like climbing super steep with this. So let's go to 130. Direct zombie, 259 Kilo Lima. Right, keep an eye on the power. Let's go direct to zombie. Activate that into nav mode. Sure. Okay, there we go. Cruising along. Looks pretty cold out there. Okay, that speed means we need to adjust our rudder trim some more. Like so. Okay, I don't know why I can't clear that. It's because I have a menu open. There we go. Right, we're already coming up to 8,000 feet. What's our temperature like? -1, so icing is definitely going to be an issue in these clouds here. We might actually we might have to ask for a higher cruise altitude here if 8,000 is going to keep us perfectly in these clouds, because then we certainly will have issues with icing. Let's back off to cruise power. And we can bring the RPM back as well. Okay, I'll ditch that head tracking for now because it gets distracting. Right, there we go. Okay, level at 8,000. Can bump up the torque ever so slightly to around 1250, 2,000 on the RPM. Very nice, 144 knots indicated. Ground speed 163. Very nice. Okay, are we picking up icing? It doesn't look like it, although I would expect us to. At -1 in the moisture. It's 0 degrees now in the moisture. And there we are at Zombie. Left turn back onto course here. Rudder trim is sorted, slightly right still, but everything's lined up. Cool, and on our way to Nome. A little bumpy here in the clouds. I can't believe we're not getting icing. There's nothing. -1 in the clouds. Very interesting. This is going to be kind of uncomfortable here. So let's see if we can go up to 10. Center November 259 Kilo Lima, request altitude change 10,000 feet.
November 259 Kilo Lima. I didn't get that altitude. Say again, altitude.
10,000 feet for 259 Kilo Lima.
November 259 Kilo Lima, you broke up. Say again, altitude.
Just use the built-in thing because it obviously can't hear.
Request 10,000. November 259 Kilo Lima.
November 259 Kilo Lima. Confirm new altitude 10,000 feet.
Affirmative, 259 Kilo Lima. No one else on frequency again.
259 Kilo Lima. Roger. Climb and maintain 10,000 feet.
I'm gonna maintain 10,000 feet. 259 Kilo Lima.
November 259 Kilo Lima. Anchorage Center. Expect radar vectors. Runway 28.
Jeez, already. Expect radar vectors for runway 28, 259 Kilo Lima. Jeez, but we're probably 180 miles at least. We are 234 miles away. Okay, man. Watch us go to 10,000 and then be covered in ice there. That'll be ironic. I left the prop RPM at 2,000, almost at 10,000 feet. It doesn't look like we've actually managed to climb above the clouds here. Bring that power back to cruise. Yeah, still no icing, so that's good. It looks like we will still be in the clouds here. Okay, we're going to cruise on for about just over an hour. And I will see you again just now when we prep for our descent into Nome. Okay, we're about 50 miles out, maybe a little more, 60 miles out. And the sun is starting to rise. It's properly overcast now, and we're above the clouds, -5 outside. Let's get updated weather for Nome. So 3 degrees still, wind 300 at 6, QNH 1010, but it looks like we might have some snow in the area. And let's see, we're expecting runway 28, and that's what ATC gave us as well. An ILS for 28. So ILS Yankee 28. Right, turn that off. We just need to do this. Okay, so minimums, barrow minimums of 275. So we'll put in 280. I think what I'm gonna do, let's put this in. So what is Nome's altitude? 41 feet, so let's put 1,500 in there. Yeah, that gives us our top of descent in just under 9 minutes. And oh, it wants us at this at 1700, so actually we can change this. Let's make that 25. Gives us a little bit more time. Right, there's our top of descent there. Perfect. Beautiful morning up here above the clouds, but once we get into them, might be in for a pretty gloomy day underneath. Okay, QNH at Nome 2984. But we'll wait for ATC to let us know when they want us to change. Okay, that descent rate that they've got for us is about 900 feet a minute.
November 259 Kilo Lima, contact anchorage center 133.3.
133.3, November 259 Kilo Lima.
Negative, anchorage center on 133.3.
133.3, 259 Kilo Lima. Anchorage Center, good morning. November 259 Kilo Lima, 10,000 feet.
November 259 Kilo Lima, Anchorage Center.
Okay, 7 minutes to top of descent, and I think we'll call just before Ezati to say that we are ready. And in fact, see, this is the thing. I would need to figure out how to take this waypoint out. It needs to go from that to ammo. That's what we actually need to happen here. I'm still in heading mode. See, if I delete this, how do I link those together? I think we just need to go here and say activate, but then we lose that other waypoint. Right, but we need to start descending now then. Center November 259 Kilo Lima, ready for descent.
November 259 Kilo Lima, known landing runway 28.
Landing runway 28, 259 Kilo Lima.
Negative, runway 28.
Landing runway 28, November 259 Kilo Lima.
November 259 Kilo Lima, altimeter 2982, expect the visual approach runway 28.
2982 and expect the visual for runway 28, 259 Kilo Lima. Okay, so we're not getting the ILS, we're getting the visual.
November 259 Kilo Lima, descend and maintain 7,000 feet, altimeter 2982.
Descend and maintain 7,000 feet and altimeter 2982. 259 Kilo Lima. Okay, I'm going to leave the power where it is, but we'll probably have to back it off as we pick up speed. Yeah, it's interesting. So Active Sky has Nome's altimeter 2984. They've given us 2982. Bringing the power back, but we're already at 7,000. Alright, we really need to keep an eye out for icing, 0 degrees in the clouds. We had no icing issues earlier. There we are at 7,000, no icing though. Oh, I turned off the nav lights instead of the taxi lights, that's awkward. -1 in the clouds, no ice. Very strange. Actually, flying in South Africa, I don't have much experience of icing conditions. Okay, let's go back to the charts. I'm going to put this in just in case. It's 108.7. Oh, it has it tuned up already. And course of 279. So we're not picking up the ILS yet.
November 259 Kilo Lima. Descend maintain 1,100.
Sure. Descend and maintain 1,100. 259 Kilo Lima. Right, all the way down to 11.
Negative. Descend maintain 1,100.
Descend and maintain 1,100. 259 Kilo Lima.
Negative. Descend maintain
Oh, are you serious?
1,100.
Descend maintain
1100, November 259 Kilo Lima.
It's pretty white down there. This doesn't give me a vector, so I'm still on the same direction after that waypoint. Picking up the ILS now. This doesn't look like snow. It's only 3 degrees down there. According to this, we're 2 degrees now. The sunrise is not as spectacular here below that blanket of clouds. At least that ceiling is pretty high. It's probably 6,500, 7,000 feet. If it stays like this, because you never really know with active sky, but the visual approach will be super chilled. Okay, radio altimeter's alive.
Airport is at your 12 o'clock 15 miles. Report the field in sight.
Looking for the field, November 259 Kilo Lima. It's going to be difficult to spot when we're this low. Ah, I can see the light there from the tower. Field inside 259 Kilo Lima.
November 259 Kilo Lima. Cleared visual approach runway 28.
Cleared visual runway 28, 259 Kilo Lima.
November 259 Kilo Lima. No tower services available at Nome Airport. Frequency change approved. Take care.
Frequency change approved. Thank you very much. November 259 Kilo Lima. There's the runway there. Okay, I have control, your dampers off. Okay, prop coming up to full now. Laps 10. That was a very interesting pitch up. Laps 20, we'll do 20 for landing. We got plenty of runway here. For about 80 knots over the thresholds. Doesn't seem like there are any taxiways down here, so I have to turn it around on the runway. Flaps are coming up. Bring that to low idle. Keep it in beta thrust, just in case we needed to slow down. GA parking, so we're gonna go off left on Foxtrot. This is the section up here. Just using the beta thrust to slow us down a bit. Be a taxiway here somewhere. Right, on the Navigraph chart there's a taxiway there. Okay, so we're going right to the end, I guess. Okay, use a bit of brakes as well. Strobes, landing lights, transponder standby, I guess we can just take one of these parkings here. Right, and there we are, safely arrived at Nome. Cool, another cool flight in the Kodiak. Again, always one of my favorite aircraft to fly. I was expecting the weather to be a little bit more intense, but once we broke through that cloud layer, it was actually very chilled. Beyond ATC was alright, and we made a bit of cash getting our 3 passengers over to Nome, so we'll see where the next job takes us from here, but that is going to bring us to the end of today's video. As always, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and if you did enjoy it, you know what to do down below, and hopefully I see you in the next one.